Hope you all are doing well. I'm having a good start to my week. My birthday week, in fact. My birthday's on Friday. But I might be getting the present of a new Ultrakill update. And if not this week, then soon. Happy early birthday, thank you. Yesterday, my brain told me to play Gloomwood again. I found a new, for me, shortcut through the mine section. Best part is that I think turning off the generator spawns the enemies, which I could skip. Really? Interesting. Man, Gloomwood's so good. But yeah, that is not what we are here to talk about today. It's very funny, by the way. I put Ultrakill in the title, and there's like 20 people here at the start of stream. Like probably at least half of those people realize the update is not here and just fucking left. But anyways, I am going to talk about it because it's probably coming very soon, and I want to talk about what the update is and like what my plans are for it as a result. Now, granted, I don't know everything. I don't have any inside info. But there seems to be a lot of confusion out there as to what this update actually is. And I want to clear some stuff up based on my understanding and talk about expectations about what I'm going to do with it. Because frankly, I don't know, but I can at least guess. So that's how we're going to start here, because this is what's going on soon. I guess I wish I knew when, you know? I get it, man. Indie devs don't owe me like a release date. For like just an update, not even like a big content drop, just like a refresh update. But boy, it sure would be good to know when I should clear my schedule to like plan to stream it. There's a neat game called Parapatia coming out Friday. That's coming out Friday? What? I didn't even know about that. It's kind of crazy how much it inflated. I don't think inflated is really the right word. Doinkster Mister, would your counterpart technically be Trash Can Woman? What's her name in Discord? I think it's Trash Gal. Yeah, close enough. Oh, wait, there is one thing that I want to get in real quick at the beginning here. Well, let's actually see how close I am. I am very, very close to 25k subs on YouTube. Let me refresh. I don't want to leak my dashboard because there's like personal information on here, but I can just like snipping tool my my current subscriber amount. Show that. Can I zoom in? It doesn't let me zoom in. This is gonna be goofy as fuck, but just bear with me here. You sent a question? Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Hopefully I get more. I didn't have a ton of answers so far, which is actually why I was going to talk about it. No? I hit monitor 1. Yeah, it's very small, but here's where we're at. 19 away from 25k. I should hit it. The rate things have been going, I should hit it in a couple days at most. So when I do hit that, the plan is to do a little updated Q&A video. I didn't do one last year. So the last time I did one was 2023, and like a lot has changed just like in my life and in the world, and you know, with the games that I play since then. So I figured people might have new questions for me. There's new people in the community that might have questions for me. Now, granted, not everyone might have seen this so far, but there is on my channel a community post, which I will show you. It looks like this. Sorry, this is a new PC setup. Everything takes me a little longer than it used to. I just said getting pretty close to 25k subs, and when I do hit it, I want to finally do something I've been promising and putting off for a while, an updated Q&A video. So if you want, you can find this post. You can ask a question there. Thank you, Cardiff in chat, who it looks like just asked a question. You could also do it in the Discord, !Discord in chat if you're not in it. In the discussion channel, I said, is where to direct that to. You could also respond to me on Twitter, although I wouldn't recommend, like, you know, joining Twitter to ask me a question, because that website's going down the shitter fast. I think I put it on Blue Sky as well. Anyways, just, you know, if you have anything you want to know, even if you think I've probably already asked it before or answered it before, there's no harm in asking it. I just want to have, you know, a lot of stuff for a Q&A video, cover lots of bases. So yeah, if you have anything you want to know, just ask away. It can be about anything. Games, you know, preferably I'd like not every question to be about Ultrakill, but I'll happily answer Ultrakill questions, at least as long as they're, you know, interesting. It can be about my life. You know, I'll answer what I can, sort of like, what is your address and social security number? It can be about anything. So yeah, ask away. And it should be a fun video. I have some plans in general for celebrating 25K as well, but the Q&A is a big part of it. So yeah, that would help me out a lot if you go ahead and do that. Okay, let's talk about this Ultrakill update. So, the last update to Ultrakill. Let me actually check the date on Steam, because it's been a little while. It was May 12th of 2024. So it has been a while. Is it going to be a stream or a video? That will probably just be a video. But I do have stream plans for around then too. For around my streaming anniversary, which is a month from today, it turns out. I do know when the update will be, so I can't speculate on it anymore. Ooh. I'm sure you can't leak it, but it would be really nice to know. It would be so nice to know what it is, just for like my own purposes. So that was the last update, May 12th, 2024. It's been a while. It's been, you know, fast approaching a year. So what has happened since then? So this was... Oh, my face cam's going to be over this, isn't it? I can probably fit. Like that. So this was the last patch notes, and on that, it said, that should be all for this update. Next, we're diving headfirst into some heavy code-based rewrites. Years of duct tape and prayers don't make for a very stable foundation, as it turns out. Someone asked, what kind of code rewrites are we talking about? And they said, the boring kind, but it will be necessary going forward, both for what we have planned for the next layer and to make the code base a bit easier to work with for modders. That's behind my head, but it's verbatim. Hydrate now. I see when you redeem a hydrate in chat, I see it. You don't need to like also type it, and I'll hydrate whenever I want. I'll hydrate at my convenience. Thanks. You don't get to make demands of me. So yeah, that is what this update actually is. I think there's a lot of confusion about what this update is actually about, and it's just that. Now that doesn't mean there isn't content in this update. In fact, there's actually quite a lot. Or quite a lot of, I wouldn't say content like as in new content, but because of the amount of time it's taken to do these code rewrites, we have also gotten some, you know, some actual like tangible changes to the game. Like this. This is a visual rework of Layer 1. So that's pretty cool. It looks nice. And there's more. But again, I won't show everything. I'm just kind of giving you an idea of what's going on. Yeah, here's some more images of it. It looks so much better. Yeah, it looks crazy good. Like, look at this. That's awesome. I like how this room kind of turned into like a spiral staircase room. Now, something that stood out to me about this... let's see. Is it here? It says encounters, layouts, etc. will remain the same. Which is interesting. I mean, that's meaningful. I mean, the geometry of this room looks like a little different, but basically the idea is that it's not level reworks in the sense that like enemies are drastically changing locations and like they'll play the same, more or less. Let's see. There's a few other examples. This is 04, which kind of got like more of a distinctive coat of paint, so it actually stands out from other levels in the unless Interesting. But yeah, this looks pretty awesome. It actually stands out as a level now, which I like, because this is far from being one of my favorite levels in the game. It's pretty unremarkable, in fact. To be clear, I mean, I think I would prefer if the levels don't actually get changed all that much. Like, gameplay-wise, I don't view them as having, like, really anything wrong with them. In fact, I think it would have been fine if they never got, like, visual updates. I'm happy that they are. But at some point, I feel like if enemies are moving around and encounters are changing, I'm kind of the opinion that at a certain point, that becomes just like changing things to change things. If things are actually changing more than has been shown so far, you know, I'll happily bite my tongue until I can actually play it. But, you know, that's approaching the territory of like, I'm not sure I'm down with that. Let's see. This is 02. Looks pretty cool. I don't really understand. It says we're putting a bit more emphasis on the meat part of the grinder. I'm not sure I see any meat in... it's a little more red, I guess. Like meat, like red meat, at least. I don't know. I'm not sure I get that one, but it looks nice. What was this one? Oh, this is Cerberus. This level didn't change a ton, but got a nice little makeover at the beginning here. And, you know, this is all... Let's see, when was that posted? That was posted in July, so a lot could have changed since then, too. The beloved skulls. Getting a... Why would you be against theoretical enemy spawn changes? I'm not against them, per se. I just don't think it's needed. I think the earlier levels play fine. So I'm maybe not against it. Maybe against is the wrong word. I actually don't know if I said I was against it. I just think that I think it's unnecessary. At this point, I'm sort of I err on the side of like the game has been out for a while and like or the game has been out in early access for a while and like there's a certain level of change that feels to early levels especially that would feel unnecessary to me. Maybe not bad, just unnecessary. Would change a lot of P% speedruns. That too. I mean, I think speedrunners at this point should get used to the fact that like the game is going to change. Like adding new weapons changes speedruns, but as a somewhat show of solidarity to the speedrun community, like I would agree that levels changing substantially maybe would not be super great for them at least. Yeah, well, it's definitely not going the FromSoft approach of just patching things out. I like this one a lot. This is 2-1. Which got what I'll describe mostly as a lighting makeover. But I do like it a lot. The way the lights kind of flicker. I dig that. Levels have the same feeling, if that's what you might be worried about. No, it's not really about the feeling. I just think that, like, I've never, like, played through those early levels of Ultrakill and thought, man, these really need a gameplay rework. I would have to be convinced. It would have to be, like substantial for me to be like, oh, okay, yeah, wow, this was necessary. There aren't really gameplay reworks. Okay, well, that's what I'm talking about then. That's fine. I don't care if the geometry is a little different. Or like if a schism moved like 2 feet because a new like obstacle got added. I don't really give a shit about that. 04, out of what I've seen so far, 04 looked like the level that was changed the most. And in my opinion, that was the level by far in the entire game most in need of like some kind of like sauce. Let's see. Oh, this is like particle effects. Just a little extra juice. You'll love to see it. I was like, did something change? I guess the level does look different too. 2-1 is bar none the prettiest level now. It's very nice, yeah. I don't know about the prettiest, but I'm not opposed to it. I could come around to your viewpoint. I do like the new entrance too. 3-1. Visual overhaul. It's a lot more nasty now. Let's see. I like the stairs. I feel like the part leading up to the stairs has not changed as much. But I think at the very end we get a look at the... Yeah, the stairs are like spiny now. I like that shit. 4-3 is the best looking. If only I could see. Maybe I would believe you. The terminals, because why not? Why not? We're changing everything. Why not change the terminals? I think it's kind of cool. It just says that each type of terminal now has a unique model. I dig it. I dig it. It's cool. The train UI. So I guess this is like any of like the interactable signs. Have had their OS updated essentially, which I like. It does say for clarity only world panels, button switches, trams, but terminals and V1's UI have not been updated. So there you go. If you hate it, it's not all changing. It's kind of crazy to think that like since I started playing the game, almost every like weapon and enemy has been like systematically like visually overhauled. Almost all of them, not all of them, but almost all of them have, which is pretty crazy. What's this? Oh yeah, speaking of, the feedbacker. Feedbacker got visual update. It's nice. Schism change gameplay wise? Yeah, I'm getting there. Right here. I hate the schisms. Not the update, but I've always hated them. Like the, pairing them and interacting with them felt awkward because their aim is terrible, and then they just have a bajillion health. So to me, this is a good change. I'll be curious how it feels in practice. The other thing that I notice about this is that, in theory, this has made them a lot easier on Brutal compared to other difficulties because it seems like now they're reliant on... again, maybe they're changed on Brutal as well to behave differently. But now that they shoot like straight on Brutal, this change feels like it kind of doesn't work with Brutal. So hopefully they change the behavior on Brutal as well. But I dig it overall. I mean, they've become kind of like more of like an area denial type enemy rather than just like like spammers with terrible aim. So yeah, see, it seems good. I'll be curious to see how it plays. What is this one? Oh, 4-2. 4-2, in my opinion, one of the levels least in need of a visual update, but nice nonetheless. Not the most, like, dramatic visual update, but it looks good. Definitely just kind of, like, enhancing what the level already did well. I feel like they'll do so much friendly fire. Yeah, I agree. 4-2 is definitely one of my, like, top 3. But you want to know my actual favorite level, which was another one that I really thought was one of the best looking in the game already, is 5-3. Also getting a visual update. A very nice one at that. Again, I see the hydration in chat. You don't need to type it. I don't know why I need to keep saying that, but yeah, no, it looks really nice. Like I like the chandeliers. Like, yeah, this is fucking awesome. Spiral staircase. And it's crazy when you look at the before, like just how different it is now. And I already thought this level was one of the best looking in the game. You're gonna keep saying something related to hydration when you hydrate. Okay, yeah, try me. There is a no spamming rule in chat, and I consider that spamming. Oh, well, here's a big one too. this is the bulk of like the content, as far as I understand it, is the encore levels. I believe there is 2 coming in this update. But yeah, I mean this is the Prelude Encore, so 0E, and it's pretty spicy. Let's just watch. It's got a different like visual quality to it, you know, everything's frozen over, pretty cool. And the difficulty looks like kind of like a diet P2 almost, which is pretty crazy. So my understanding about the encore levels is right now, oh, the bitrate is so trash on Twitter. I apologize. So to me, it seemed, basically what it says is that they're unlocked after beating the game. So presumably, as of now, it's unlocked when you beat up through violence. And yeah, it's just like remixes of ideas and enemies and encounters, for just to make new levels, new challenging levels out of what's already in the game, which is pretty cool. Is this just a YouTube link? Yeah, I mean, it's fine. It's good enough for our purposes. No, it is a new level made using enemies and assets from the game, but it is an entirely new level. Remixed in the sense that it's that it uses the same stuff, but it is a distinct level. Put it that way. Like you can kind of tell this is the room from 02 with the filth and the strays. 02 or 03? 03. Yeah, 03. But yeah, it looks pretty tough, to be honest. It's maybe not like P2 level, but like probably harder than most of the arenas in Violence. There's a link higher up in chat. But yeah, so this is part of what's coming. I believe there's 2 levels coming. I won't play it, but there was also music for 1E, Limbo Encore, revealed as well, which is cool. What was this? That was 5.2. 5.2 got a visual, like, particle effect upgrade. There's music for both. Here, I'm just repasting the link. So difficulty-wise, the Encores are after 9.2. I mean, 9.2 doesn't exist, so that's pure speculation. Yeah, the nail gun, to me as well, feels pretty useless now. The base nail gun, that is. Blue nail gun. Even the green I don't use really for anything anymore. I'm a little worried about visibility. It seems so much darker and so much kind of murkier now, but it definitely is very moody. It's very effective. So that's cool. So yeah, there you go. That's a nice video. Shows the before and the after. Oops, didn't mean to do that. And then one more. This is 6.1. Which, again, got some minor visual updates. But basically, the gist that you can take from that is that the whole game is getting a graphics pass, basically, which is pretty cool. And then we'll have some new levels and question mark. I don't know exactly what the enemy code rewrites are going to be like. My understanding is that it's not gameplay facing. That it's all just like refactoring for the purpose of just continuing to program the game easier and more performant. But I don't know. I don't know that for sure. I don't know if there's any other content other than the 2 Encore levels that have been cheesed. Why did I say cheesed? Teased. That's what I meant. Why did cheesed come out of my mouth? That's crazy. Interesting. So yeah, I mean, and this says, stay tuned for news coming soon. And I believe there was a clip someone sent me of Dave Oshry talking about how there was going to be lots of stuff this week. Although he said that last week, and obviously the update didn't come out, but perhaps we'll see it this week, and perhaps not. But that would be a pretty cool birthday gift for me, and maybe if it's your birthday too. But I'm talking about me now. Cheese to meet you, Dubster Mouse. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So I guess the question is, what am I doing with the update? Well, it's hard to say until I have it in front of me. But I plan to just do probably a full replay of the entire game, and then do the encore levels, just to see all that has changed. And if there's anything else, I'll check that out too. It does depend. Oh, tech post. Part of our enemy code rewrite, I've been working on a behavior tree system. With our timeline, it can be very versatile. These tools make complex behaviors a lot easier for us to manage. Yeah, this is just a lot of code stuff, which is interesting to me and maybe other people in chat, but I won't necessarily bore you with all the details. But yeah, like this is the type of stuff that I was assuming this update would mostly have. Sorry, I wasn't showing it on screen, but there's not a whole lot to see. Yeah, but that's basically, I think, where a lot of people have misunderstood this update is in terms of what it was actually about. Because you go on Twitter and you see the Ultrakill account posting about all kinds of visual updates and stuff, little quality of life tweaks, and but the truth is that is all side stuff to the real update, which is this enemy code refactor, which ultimately I think will be really important. But it's maybe not like a fun update. It's not anything that you're gonna like boot up the game and be like, oh wow, it's so different. Hence why, with this going on in the background, which has taken a long time, I believe this has been the real determining factor of how long it's taken for this update to come out. In the foreground, Hikita and people who are working on the levels and the art and graphics and stuff like that have been working on these upgrades and these encore levels and stuff like that. So the nice thing is that we will get some new stuff to look at and play in the new update. But the reality is that the bulk of this update is behind the curtain type stuff. So I hope that clears it up for people as to what's going on, because as recently as last week there was insane misinformation in my chat and comments about what's going on with this edit. Edit. Why did I say edit? My brain is all like scrambled today. I said cheese and I said edit. Update. Edit. I was thinking about editing all day because I have a whole bunch of videos I'm working on. Yeah. Hopefully, good optimizations as well. I'm imagining that my new computer won't have any trouble with Ultrakill. But previously, it did have some issues. My old computer did. Especially before the first time there was like a big performance patch. Around when Violence came out. I think when Violence first came out, I had some stuttering. But then like 2 weeks later, I believe there was a performance patch that actually helped me a ton and almost completely got rid of my stuttering, which was nice. There's a lot of people... I complained about this once, literally just one time on stream, where I was like, Ultrakill, I get like a high frame rate, but I get stutters. And I have a pretty good computer. And it was just me like saying like, oh, that, it's a little annoying. It's not a big deal. Like I can play the game, but it's a little annoying. And I got so many comments from people that were like, Ultrakill can literally run on a potato. Like, what's wrong with your computer that you have issues? And then like 2 weeks later, there was a huge performance patch and my issues completely went away. And I was just like, huh, that's interesting. If the game is perfectly optimized and could run on a potato, how come we're getting performance patches then, huh? Also, what's up, Rude and User? This is the first I've heard of an update. Well, welcome. Now you know there's gonna hopefully possibly be an update soon. Not a big like layer update, mind you, but an update nonetheless with some interesting things to check out. Bigger levels shit themselves a little. Yeah, it's mostly anything with a lot of enemies. And especially if you have like blood and gore and particle effects turned on, then yeah, I mean that's an issue as well. But so that was another thing. I didn't actually show it. I'm not sure if it was on the Ultrakill account, but they are updating blood effects as well. Yeah, here it is. So it says, another visual detail that's been a long time coming is a reworking of how bloodstains work. Thanks to Victoria's work, they now correctly wrap around complex geometry and get cut off by edges rather than being flat, floating images. And they also improve performance, use less GPU memory, and fix the blood not rendering properly in foggy environments. So it's a win-win. It looks better, it performs better. So that's nice. So I just imagine that we can expect other things like that. And yeah, it looks great. It's fucking fantastic. So hyped for the new stuff? Hell yeah. I mean, at this point, I am hyped. There was a while where I was like, I don't even know if I'm going to stream it, let alone make a video on it. But the closer it gets, the more I'm like, I'm pretty excited. Maybe just because it's been a while since an Ultrakill update. But I'm excited. Now, for me, I will stream the update. Like I said, I think I'm going to do just a full playthrough of the game. Which at this point only takes me a couple hours. Just a full, normal, casual playthrough. I'll play through the Encore levels once I get a little warmed up, because they actually look pretty tough. I think it's going to be worth a vid. We will see. You keep saying that, so I'm assuming that that when I play it, I will have like an aha moment and be like, oh yeah, I should make a video on this. But right now, I don't know. I'm on the fence. I ended up making a video about the Arsenal update, just the Arsenal update, not even Brutal, which came out at the same time. Just because I felt like it. And that was arguably a even less substantial update to the game, in some ways. I don't know, maybe not less substantial, but like in terms of just the weapons, like basically what I did was I was like, I'm just gonna mess around with them and then play the secret level, and then that's a video. It was. I mean, it was a good video. It was my most viewed Ultrakill video of last year, which seems crazy because there were so many better ones, so many higher effort better ones. But it turns out when there's an update, people just want to see the update. Do wonder if there's any new tech with weapons. I'm kind of anticipating at least like some balance changes. I mean, the last patch for the game was literally in May of 2024. So I definitely think there's going to be like non-zero balancing changes. We'll see, I guess. I'm not, I don't know anything. I'm not promising anything. I just think there has to probably be something. Jumpstart nerf. I mean, that's where I'd start personally. I like the jumpstart. I think it's a lot of fun, but I also think it's so good that it kind of makes the game boring a little bit. I don't know how I would nerf it though either. That's another tough one. I know there's conflicting opinions on the fire starter, but I kind of think the fire starter just needs a little something. I don't think it's terrible, but I think it needs maybe just a little something. What else? I actually think, I mean, some of the jackhammers already got hit with a nerf, right? Maybe not nerf, but like they got tweaked. I kind of think they're fine. I think didn't the green one get a damage nerf? No, the sharpshooter. Ever since the sharpshooter got like fixed, so that it doesn't just delete bosses in one click. I think it's fine. I think it's one of the most balanced weapons in the game, dare I say. It's a pretty low floor and a pretty high ceiling. I think that's a good state of balance. It does really cool things if you're willing to put in the elbow grease to make it happen. But it's not free. Like, you can't just click it at an enemy and expect insane things to happen. Basically. Yeah, I don't think the sharpshooter needs anything. The two weapons I would touch personally if I were in charge of the game are the jumpstart, which I would nerf at least slightly, and the fire starter, which I would buff at least slightly. Default damage got lowered and cooldown increased. That is what I thought. Yes, I didn't want to. I mean, I have the capability of pulling up the patch notes right in front of me. I mean, most of it is just bug fixing. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see, I guess. I mean, at this point, we've reached speculation territory. I sort of just listed everything that was confirmed to be in the update. Gave my thoughts on it, and yeah, I mean, I would expect definitely a non-zero amount of like bug fixing and balancing and stuff like that. But it seems the big thing is the code refactor and the level reworks. And the encores. I think the encores will be cool. Maybe not as, like, quite as substantial as something like P2. But definitely, like, a new... I mean, Hikita said that 1E was the longest level in the game. And, like, P2's P rank, like, par time is 10 minutes. So it's longer... It's longer than 10 minutes of Deathless, essentially. Which is pretty crazy. Where was that mentioned? That's a very good question. I think it was on the Ultrakill YouTube channel. Let me see if I can find that. It may be on that video that that was linked. I don't know. I don't know, actually. Encore's like B-side and Celeste. That seems like a good comparison. I don't know because I haven't played them, but seems kind of like it. Yeah, I think if they're mostly going to be, like, whatchamacallit, like just arena gauntlets, unlike P2, which is an arena gauntlet and, you know, a boss gauntlet, then I think, like, yeah, just making them, like, kind of long, like, endurance challenges is cool. 6-2 had me in a headlock for a minute. 6-2 was a tough as nails P rank for me, but the truth is the difficulty of that level has not held up on replays the same way that, like, say 7-1 or P2 has. 7-1 is, like, really tough for me. I think it's like mannequins. They're not like a hard enemy individually, but they just mess with my muscle memory. Brutal. 6-2. I was thinking of 6-1. Why did I think of that? But yeah, no, 6-2. 6-2 hasn't given me a ton of trouble. On Brutal, 6-2 is easier than 3-2, ironically. I think they're both quite hard on Brutal. 6-2's Gabe. Yeah, I misremembered. Oh, you meant to say 6-1. That's funny because I interpreted 6-1. So I accidentally understood what you were saying. Incorrectly. 7-1's also a fairly enclosed level for the most part. Yeah, I do think that makes a difference. I mean, 7-1 is just, it's long. The arenas are pretty challenging if you don't skip any of them. It's prone to getting you lost, which, like, is maybe not like a you know, a positive in its difficulty column, but it just leads to this feeling of, like, disorientation and sometimes frustration. And then it ends with a boss that, like, I won't say the Minotaur is, like, super hard, but it's frustrating. It can be a frustrating boss. So yeah, I think 7-1 is probably the hardest main level in the game right now. Yeah, I don't know what else it would be. I mean, maybe 7-3. I think 7-3 is easier because of the infighting, though. I think it's tougher with Marked for Death, but you choose to mark yourself for death. My brother in Christ, you marked yourself for death. 7-4 is a fun P rank. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I think all the violence levels were fun to P rank. I haven't done them on Brutal yet, actually. Funny enough. I'm sort of like, is it weird to say that I'm like saving Brutal a little bit? I don't mind playing the game on Brutal. And my Brutal playthrough wasn't too bad. Like I didn't find it like crazy difficult. But for right now, doing like new playthroughs, I just find that I'm like so much more accustomed to Violent. And I think maybe I will have more fun jumping up to Brutal when the game is finished. Brutal P2 when? I did it. Unless you mean P rank. Which I haven't done, but I haven't even attempted it either. Yeah, I mean, I feel I had like, I don't know, something like 50 deaths on that level on Brutal. Someone could fact check that. It was maybe give or take like 10 or 20, but it was less than 100 on Brutal on a day when I like hadn't really warmed up much at all. So I think unequivocally P ranking that level on Brutal would be easier than it was for me to P rank on Violent. Yeah, I'll try Ultrakill Must Die, of course. Yeah, I mean, why not? The best case is it's not crazy hard and it's fun. And the worst case is that it's tough as nails and it absolutely kicks my ass and I can make a fire video out of it with me going like this in the thumbnail. Like, duh, it's a win-win. Of course I'm going to try it. So I have a hard time believing that people P-ranked Brutal P2 on the day the Arsenal update came out. I feel like mostly those people probably just played P2 a lot on Violent. And like, Brutal is harder, but it's also like, it's still the same game, right? It's still the same enemy layout. Mostly the same behaviors, a few different, but like, I don't know. I think it's just people who play the game way too much. I think a lot of people don't realize like how much just like playing the game naturally makes you better at the game. Not built for Brutal yet. 0-5 beat my ass for like 10 minutes. The servers got changed on Brutal, right? Like it's easier now than when it first released. Am I crazy? Did I misremember that? I think the Brutal servers got changed. Because when I played it like a week later. And it wasn't that bad. But yeah, I heard day one was crazy. Not my proudest moment, but alas, it's a learning experience. No, nothing to be ashamed of. I mean, Brutal is like, it's essentially like a challenge difficulty. I mean, it's basically like it even says like recommend approaching with the full arsenal. It's basically New Game Plus. It's hard. Just because this fan base is insane and capable of completely engineering the challenge out of absolutely everything in the game, no matter how hard Akita and et al. Try. That doesn't mean that for the average person, it shouldn't still be insanely hard. It can be quite brutal, you might say. Yeah, this is true. This is true. Sisyphus on Brutal is the only thing stopping me from P-ranking P2. I agree. I find Sisyphus to be approaching unfun on P2. Or on, on Brutal. I've actually grown to quite enjoy Sisyphus on Violent, despite my initial suffering. And with the full arsenal, I can do him in just a try or two now. Pretty reliably. But Brutal is a different beast, especially in phase 2. I feel like I cannot react to some of the things that he's doing. You P-ranked all of violence as Gunslinger using only slab pistols on Brutal. That doesn't... I mean, it sounds tough. Don't get me wrong. But after my, like, weapon mastery playthroughs, I was kind of like... I was like, damn, the pistols are, like, really good. They were the second easiest and, like, arguably the easiest. With only the nail guns being easier, and the nail guns were only easier because the jump start is just busted. Yeah, I've not warmed up to the alt marksman, but that's okay. I'm glad some people like it. I just think that I like on almost every weapon running a mix because they're each like good at different things, and for me the alt marksman kind of locks you into just running the slabs, which I don't like. It feels cool when you hit the hammer reset, but I don't know if it's so useful that it's worth it for me personally. But if you feel differently, that's cool. Okay, what are we doing here? Normally, I think there's a lot more people here than usual because I'm talking about Ultrakill. Normally what I do on Mondays is I talk about what's coming up on the stream. And I've kind of done that by addressing the Ultrakill update. But there's a lot more coming up on the stream this year, especially with Doom: The Dark Ages coming out. I plan to have a lot of Doom content on the stream and hopefully on the YouTube channel as well, leading up to that. So if you like Doom, which I assume you probably do if you're an Ultrakill fan, hopefully that's something to look forward to. I'm going to replay through all of Doom 2016, all of Doom Eternal, in the lead up to Doom: The Dark Ages. Elden Ring Night Rain is coming out this year, which is pretty sweet. Fresh saves, absolutely. And I've never done the Doom Eternal DLC, actually, so that'll be interesting. I've heard mixed things, but, you know, best to see for myself. Elden Ring Night Rain coming out this year, not too long after Dark Ages. I think it's like 2 weeks after Dark Ages. I'll be playing that. I'm going to do an Elden Ring playthrough as well, which I won't spoil what it is just yet, but I will say the plan is to have a wheel of very funny punishments. Like, I don't know, taste testing hot sauces and sour candies and doing push-ups and things like that. So if you like seeing me in physical torment, that might be something you want to check in on. Tomorrow I'm playing Resident Evil 4 first playthrough. So that'll be fun. Got to play 2 Night Rain runs and that shit was super fun. Dude, almost everyone who actually played it and didn't just like, you know, watch someone else play it and make their own assumptions on it, really liked it, it seems like. It's licking a Switch cartridge as a punishment. That's actually possible. That's not like bad for you, is it? So fun punishments isn't fun to think about right now. I think I meant more like fun for you to witness, less than it's fun for me to do. Do it on hardcore, trust. I already started. I'm just playing on standard, but it just tastes bad. Okay, that's good. That could actually be a thing. I just want to make sure that isn't like actually actively bad for your health. Yeah, I mean, it is. I definitely am sympathetic to the people who thought Night Rain was going to just be like a cash grab. But like, just taking a step back, you have to realize it's more Elden Ring. Like, and Elden Ring is really good. So I don't know. It seems like overall a low chance that it would be bad. I think the worst possible outcome would just be that the game doesn't have enough content, which is still possible. But based on what I saw from the network tests, I mean, I watched Lil Aggie play it for like 4 days in a row. Like every day they did a network test, and he basically said that it was surprisingly fun. and that it exceeded his expectations. And that's right now with like a fraction of the content that the game is going to have. So, yeah, and if the network test felt replayable, you know, imagine double the characters and quadruple the bosses, basically. I think seeing Nameless King and just being like, oh, it's a cash grab. Like, it's like a understandable but very like uncharitable interpretation of it. I just think it's fun, right? Like having like kind of like a Monster Hunter boss rush type thing that just has a ton of content from the old games. Like, I just think that's kind of fun, you know? And especially like it's good too because like Elden Ring brought like a new audience to Souls, and like not everyone has played like Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls 2 and or just any of the Dark Souls really. So I think it's kind of like a nice like cheeky nod to the older games that hopefully brings a new audience to them as well. Yeah, and also, I mean, you got to remember too, it's not going to cost the same price as a full game. So I've seen the Blood AoE, that looks crazy. But like also Morgott is my favorite boss in at least base Elden Ring, if not the whole damn thing. So I'm just excited to see Morgott back in a meaningful capacity. He's like one of the most fun bosses and just one of the coolest characters in Elden Ring. So I like that. I'll also be curious what solo play is like, because I believe the network tests were only co-op, which is understandable since like that's what they were testing. You know, it's not a free demo, it was a network test. So yeah, that hopefully, you know, just figured I'd talk about some plans since I have a different crowd of people here than I sometimes do. Hopefully something you guys can look forward to. Can't stand Morgott, Moog, Sweep. I mean, hey, I like Moog too. Why are we trying to pit two bad bitches against each other? I'm a Moog fan too. I just like Morgott. I just think he's fun. Anyways, here's another little thing we do here on Mondays. This is Guess the Game, where you guess the game. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna guess the game. Does it sound good? That was a great introduction. I can't imagine a better introduction. This The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. It's not that, I don't think. No, this is like some fucking Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I think he's going to guess the game. I don't know. You're gonna. I might not. I don't think I know this one. This is like some anime fighting game. It's like fucking. I don't know, man. It's a fighting game. What is it? I don't know anything about fighting games. Is that Goku? What am I looking at? Could it be like a Dragon Ball game? That was it. That was just it. Yeah, okay. That was it. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to deny that hairstyle. I'm not super versed in fighting games, but I could sometimes identify them by their art style. This is a crazy image to lead off on, though. Play previous days. Got a few of them in the tank here. This looks like some kind of like Metroidvania. I mean, surely they repeat games sometimes. It's probably not like a Metroid Dread though, because I think they had that one pretty recently. Trying to think of like a dark, kind of edgy Metroidvania of some sort. You know what? Just fuck it. I don't think it's Metroid Dread, but just to get a guess out there, keep us moving. Okay, now it looks like Super Mario. It looks like Mario Party or some shit. Let's see, Mario Party Superstars. Original platform Linux, PC, PS4, Xbox One. Yeah, every single one of these screenshots has looked like a different game. Just feel like... Do they have the remasters on here? No, they don't. It's not Crash. Action RPG platform. Linux mentioned. Let's go. Dude, what is that thing? This is Club Penguin. Elite Force Herbert's Revenge. What am I looking at, dude? What the fuck is this game? Every single one of these screenshots looks like it could be a different game. What am I looking at? I've never played these games, but Xenoblade Chronicles. When it's some anime shit that I don't know what it is. Dude, I'm sorry. What? Skip. Indivisible. Was never getting that in a million years. Oh, dude, I feel like I recognize this, like, crosshair. I can't quite put my finger on it, though. I mean, the crosshair looks like some, like, Deus Ex shit. But the environment doesn't. You know what? Fuck it. Like, I don't have anything better. Just give me Deus Ex. It's not Deus Ex. It's not even close to Deus Ex. 65%? Dude, they used to be ruthless on Metacritic. The scores that games would get back in, like, 2004 were crazy. Like, this game today would get an 84. PS2, huh? Dude, this looks so familiar. What the fuck is that game? Fatal Frame? They made more than one of these? Stealth and Flight with a question mark. Dude, what they should be repeated games. They're scraping the bottom of the barrel. What is this shit? I mean, it said Sly Cooper was not. This is not Sly Cooper. Feet. Okay, we got motion here. Oh, you're a fly. You're like a mosquito, and you're supposed to like drink people's blood. Dude, this game looks peak. What are we talking about? Mr. Mosquito. I probably could have just typed in mosquito and see what comes up. Yeah, that's why Mr. Mosquito is my favorite flight simulator. What is this? This is Psychonauts. This is FPS chess. No FPS chess. This is just chess. Could you imagine? Original platform Switch. Oh, it's some fucking Fire Emblem. I don't know which ones were for the Switch. Three Houses, that was for the Switch. Action, side view, 2D scrolling, direct control fantasy. Okay, maybe not. This dude looks kind of familiar, though. Oh. 2024, huh? Paper Mario? What's the new one? Origami King? It's Paper Mario, or it's Mario. There was a Peach game in 2024? I didn't even know this. Is it called like Peach? Princess Peach Showtime? Whew! Okay. Interesting. Is it like an auto runner? Like what? This is crazy. I did not even know this game existed. I mean, I'm not much of a Nintendo girly, but I didn't know. I didn't know. This is giving me nothing. Not even Zelda? No, I play Zelda. I just don't play all the, like, spin-off games, you know? My favorite game of all time, well, one of them. Probably number 2 at this point. This is Wind Waker. I love me some Zelda. I also like the, you know, like, mainline 3D Marios. Mario Kart. I just don't, like, I don't play, like, the Zelda game, whatever that was. I don't know, what was that last one where you play as Zelda? I don't even remember what it was called. I just don't play like every Nintendo game. I play the staples. I got a Switch. Probably not buying a Switch 2 though. I need to skip because I don't know what this is. It's too old for Metacritic. Dude, I'm having like a nightmare run on Guess the Game here. Skip again. I don't. PlayStation 1. Clearly it's LSD Dream Emulator. No, it's not. But vehicular combat, dude. This is just the original Armored Core. I don't know. Clydesdale wrecked. Total it. Twisted Metal is newer than 1998, isn't it? Yeah, I have no idea. It's PS2? It just said PS. Yeah, I don't know. This is clearly Burnout Paradise. No, it was Vigilante 8. This is the 8th one in the series, somehow. Like, were they making these every year since video games were invented? How the fuck is this Vigilante 8? What does Vigilante 1 look like? Hang on. Vigilante game. The only one that comes up is 8, so that must just be the title. Or otherwise, like a beat-em-up game came up. Which I think is different. What Vigilante are we on now? As far as I can tell, this was the only one. So safe to say you do not have to play Vigilantes 1 through 7 in order to enjoy Vigilante 8. Oh, this looks really familiar. I want to say it's like an indie puzzle platform. It's not, but this is Death's Door. Oh, is this that photography game? What's that called? I played the demo for it, but never the full game. What was that called? People clowned on the dialogue in this game, but apparently it was actually good. You don't think it is? Well, what is it called? I don't have a better guess. Viewfinder, thank you. Oh, it's not even in the database. Well. This looks like Uncanny Valley Talos Principle. It's not Talos Principle, but... Platform, puzzle elements, fantasy. Like, dude, I know this. I feel like I know this game. I just don't... I can't think of it. Viewpoint? Is that a thing? Apparently that is a game. The one I was thinking of was Viewfinder, for sure, is what it was called. It was Viewfinder, but... dude. Like, what is this? I feel like I feel like it's on the tip of my tongue. 2017, huh? It's like a origami. It's not that. It's not that. I know it's not that. Looks like Prince of Persia. Tequila Works is the developer. Rhyme. Yeah, I know this game. I never played it, but I do know of it. That looks kind of neat. Well, that was it. Kind of a nightmare run. I only got 2 right. That's a bummer. Anyways, the other thing we do on Mondays is a little Geoguessr gambling. Now, if you've never been here before, your prediction is about to come up on your screen. Whether I get over or under 16K Geoguessr. And I'm just going to say, for your information, I'm not, this is not trash investment advice. I haven't been doing well. I have not hit 16K in a while. But before that, I was on like a generational run of hitting it like 10 times in a row. So who knows what'll happen now. But we play on this map called A Community World. Not Dumb Test. I'd probably get 25K on that. Well, let's see what's in store for us. And then after this, I'm playing some Cyberhook, in case you were wondering. I got through a good chunk of that game. But tonight I would like to at least knock out the base game. I don't know that I've ever seen a more rural America looking scene. I don't think I've ever seen something that looks more like just the rural Midwest. Like I'm feeling like a Missouri. Like Chillicothe, Missouri. Outside of it, of course. Down here on Highway D. Perhaps not. This could literally be anywhere in the Midwest. It could probably also be some places in Canada, too. You want to know something, though? I was wondering if this isn't, like, a little more coastal. No front plates. I think that's a meta. I just don't know. I just don't know what it means. It's like, you see how the house... This is like a shed, but it's, like, up on stilts. Like, could we be somewhere a little more coastal? Beat up looking ass house. Rust bucket cars. I can't quite read that. I'm like leaning more south. Mississippi or some shit. I don't know, man. If it is just like smack dab in the center of the plains, yeah, I mean, it still might be. I don't know. I'm just gonna, you know what? I'm gonna stick with my gut feeling originally and just kind of go in the like middle of Missouri. Show me. Dude, this is what I said. This is what I said. It could be fucking Canada. Why is it always Canada? I actually, unironically, feel like A Community World has a bias towards Canada. Like, how often do I actually get the US? I'm sorry, what is this place called? Okay, wait, that made up for it. Nut Mountain, bro. It's called what? Nut Mountain. Dude, what are they doing up there in Saskatchewan? What happens there? That's still 2K points though. I'm not horribly mad about that. Should move to Canada ASAP. I should call her Skytebane. Dude, that sounds like a place from Game of Thrones. I mean, this could be like Scottish Highlands or something. Where's the sun? It's like directly above. Skytebane. Wish I could tell which side of the road we drive on. It does sound pretty Nordic. That's true. This also looks like the US. I don't think so. You don't see road markings like this in the US. Yeah, it's probably not. It's probably not like Scotland. I'm gonna go with like Norway, probably. I think the trees and just the topography kind of suggest it, as well as Skytebane. Which, like, to me, that sounds like Scottish almost. But I feel like in Scotland you get more kind of like naked rocky mountains rather than like, very piney forests. I could be wrong about that, but and just to be safe, I'm gonna just go like on the southern end of Norway. Okay, it was Norway. We're fine. That was even a pretty good guess within Norway. I'll take that. Oh, this is cursed. This is... Okay, I mean, there's a little bit going on around us. Not as much as I would like, though. No real sun info to speak of. This looks super Asian. Is that a mountain? Mountains, maybe? Mountains are like a weird cloud formation. I can't tell. That's so distinct. I think it must be mountains. To our south? South/east. Be nice to see some like written language around. I think that would make a big difference. Anything like even just like a wrapper on the ground. I don't know, man. This thing's throwing me off because this like little shed looks pretty like Asian architecturally, but nothing else around this is like screaming Asia to me. Mountains to the east. Like, it could be Taiwan. I mean, those mountains, if those are mountains, they look huge. Like, they're massive. Or the lighting is just fucking with me. Okay, you know what? You know what? That's fine. That's fine. Given how little I had to go on, I'll take that. I at least got like the right general region of the world and got some points. The bad news is I gotta be real good to make it up for the believers. That's interesting. What the heck is that? Sunset Beach, yeah, but like this is not America, obviously. that much goes without saying. Not America or really anywhere like Western. Wish I could read this a little bit better. It does say July in French. Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay. So this was my first thought here was that this is Tunisia. What day is my birthday? The 21st, so Friday. The title of the stream is not you know, any information on when the update will drop. It is just speculation, but it seems like it will come out this week or soon. So, but yes, my birthday is on Friday. So the thing about Morocco and Algeria is that I don't believe they have Street View coverage. So usually, it's Tunisia. When you see, you know, a rather like North African looking landscape and French. Okay, Sunset Beach. So we're on the beach somewhere. I didn't know that. I mean, it's one of those things that you would only know from playing Geoguessr. I've had some Tunisia rounds like on this island. Like, what is it called? This island has a name that I remember seeing. Jerba, that's what it is. Could be this. See, the road kind of goes like that. So we could be like... here. It looks like there's a lot of like hotels and stuff up here. Okay, you know what? Oh, your birthday's the 22nd? Oh, happy birthday. Happy birthday, the real Nicolas Cage. Just two Nicks almost sharing a birthday. Yeah, let's go for it. Okay, well, that score, I mean, we were across Tunisia, but it's not a huge country. And that score is within the realm of what I need for the believers. Love Ghost Rider, huge fan. I need like 4K. 8th and West Street. Dude, knowing my luck, this is fucking Canada. As much as it looks like America, knowing my luck, this is fucking Canada. What does that say? First Baptist Church? Okay, this is the South, bro. There's no way this is Canada. I think it says Baptist. First Baptist Church. I think that's what that says. They got Baptists in Canada. They might, but I think we have a whole lot more in the US. Oh, dude. Unironically, and I'm not just saying this because I am the dumpster man. Dumpsters and like trash cans in general are one of the best things you could ever find in Geoguessr because they almost always say the fucking city on them. If I could just read that, I bet that says something like, you know, Parks Commission. Or like dedicate, you know, blank park dedicated to whatever. Is that a dog just rolling around? Something like that. Yeah, this looks like the South. The thing is, though, the South is still a relatively large area. I think to be as safe as possible, just going like smack dab in the middle of Georgia is probably it's probably our best bet. Butler? What's going on in Butler? They got Miss Betty's fried chicken restaurant. That food probably slaps. I don't see like a park that looks like what we're... Sick-ass gazebo? Hell yeah. Gazebo enjoyer. I don't know what I'm hoping to find, really, by zooming in on these little towns. Montezuma, Georgia? Nah, I don't know. At some point, I just gotta pick one. 8th and West Street. I was like, 8th and Prince? We do have an 8th Street, at least. Watch it be Canada? Dude, I'd be so mad. We did find an 8th Street. Love Avenue? I don't think it's this, but the fact that we even found an 8th Street, which every, like, small town in America probably has. Let's go for it. Oh, it's beautiful. I was, like, outside of Kansas City? That's not the South. Man, yeah, there it is. Whatever the heck. Not Canada, though, but closer to Canada than I would have liked, given where I guessed. Dude, we were so close. I needed like 1,300. I even had the right country. Wait a second. Hang on. Get a pic. Look at this time when I guessed Missouri. Look how close I guessed to the final. Like, I mean, obviously these were different rounds, but like I feel like even just the odds of that are pretty low. That's wild. It almost, like, if you zoom out enough, it almost makes, like, a perfect line. Anyways, congrats, doubters, I guess. That's it for Geoguessr. I hope you guys enjoyed. And thank you if you showed up for Ultrakill update yapping. I appreciate you for sticking around. And if you would like to continue sticking around, I think I'm going to take a quick little break, but then we're going to play some cyber